Hi guys, and welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel, Kilos and Cosplay. My name is Sydney, and today we are doing all of the figures that I got in the month of June. Not so many scales, but a lot of Nendoroids. And for someone who really hates Nendoroids, and I really dread putting them together, I sure do buy a lot. They're adorable, and I can't help myself. But man, I really hate putting them together. I literally will let them sit till the end of the month sometimes before I will start even messing with them, especially if they have a lot of pieces, like a few of the ones that I got this month. So, it's a Nendoroid heavy time, but don't worry, the next month is gonna be pretty scale heavy. I'm talking like 5 or 6. And I actually am getting one of my Grail figures soon, so we'll be on the lookout for that video later. So I'm very excited to have it though. Paid a hefty price, of course, but it's a deal in my eyes. So, you know, take what you get. But anyways, enough blabbing, let's get into the haul. Alright, let's go ahead and start with the Nendoroids. I can't believe how many we have. So we have 8 in total. And the first one actually is one I did not get this month. I think I got it maybe April or May. I can't remember. But I forgot to include it. So I had the B-roll sitting there and I just forgot. And this one is just a nostalgic purchase. It is Hamtaro. Looking so cute with the little seed. He's so precious. This one was actually a gift to me from my aunt. I decided, I'm like, hey, this is what I want for Christmas. Will you just get that for me? She's like, yeah. So it's just like a little cute nostalgic one, and I knew he could just go like sit by my TV, so I'm like, we'll get him. He's just, oh my god, like how precious. Does everyone remember Hamtaro? Or is that like a fever dream? But you really can't beat all the tiny little chubby cheeks. I knew I wanted to display him eating his little seed. Does all the basic little ham poses with a little sunflower too. He's just beautiful. He was actually the inspiration for when I first ever got a hamster a long time ago. But it's just, I love him. I highly recommend if you want him to get him, because I think he's a little cheaper if I recall right, but I'm pretty sure he's still in stock because I don't feel like a ton of people have an attachment to Hamtaro like I do. So he might still be around. Next one was unnecessarily expensive, and it's because it is a Aniplex like exclusive to certain sites, so it wasn't just available on sites like Amiami, Good Smile, anything like that. You either had to go to like Hobby Genki or Nen Games, or directly from the Aniplex site, and they do not ship to the US, so you either have to use a proxy or hope for the best with these other sites, because everyone's going to these other sites, and these Nendoroids sell out within the day. If you get lucky that later on that they just happen to have a little bit of a restock, that's how you'll pull them. But otherwise, it sucks to get these. And what I'm talking about is the Twist of Wonderland Nendoroids. I actually got some on pre-order, and I need to try to get some other ones, but basically I'm kind of stuck paying a scalper-esque price. I was able to get him for about $90, and I also had to pay like $6 for shipping. So it sucks, but even if I would go on to like retail sites, and if they happen to have them, they would hike the price up. At least it was Nen Games that would hike up the price. So it ended up being about the same cost for me to just pay the scalper price, as opposed to attempting to get one from the site. And I was like, whatever, I'll just suck it up and try to hope I can snag good deals on them, on the ones that I'm missing, and then hope that all the other ones that come out I'm able to pick up. So of course we have Kalim. I just love his aesthetic. I think he is super adorable. He's probably one of my favorite, like, look-wise. I don't know if I love the story because I'm actually right in the middle of doing like the storyline, so I'm not sure how I 100% feel about him. But I think he's such a little cute character. I love his vibe, so that's why I was like, he's the first one I ended up picking up, and he was the cheapest one that I was able to see. If I'm gonna be getting these little expensive pieces of plastic, I want them with they're bonus. So I do have his button that you can get if you pre-ordered him. So if I'm paying a hefty price, I want the pre-order. And I don't even care about the buttons, but that better be included. But he's so cute. All his accessories are adorable, and I chose this pose. I don't know, like I wanted him to hold his like little like staff or wand or whatever you'd call this. And I don't know, he's like the eyeshadow. It just looks so nice. But he is just an adorable character. I don't think you get like a ton of accessories with him, which is kind of a downside for essentially a limited and exclusive thing. I think they should have added more, but he's still adorable nonetheless. But these twisted ones are the biggest pain in my butt to try to get. Up next we have the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure one. That is Fugo from part 5, and I have him actually in the pose that he was when he is trying to teach math to Narcia? I can never say his name. But he's trying to teach him math, and then they get into their little argument. So I actually have them posed together, and I will put some b-roll of that. But honestly, I will say the JoJo Nendoroids are probably some of my favorites, and because they are pretty easy to put together. Maybe it's because they have all these easier joints to move, but they seem the most sturdy. So I actually don't mind putting the JoJo ones together as much. So if you are interested in getting them, I would highly recommend them. I personally have not had an issue with them, and I think they actually work pretty well. But I can see he's not my favorite character, and I think he's a pretty simple Nendoroid. But my whole purpose of getting him was his pre-order bonus, and that is it's hard to hold Coco Jumbo. Of course I had to have Coco Jumbo, and like, good on them for putting Coco Jumbo with Fugo, because Fugo's Nendoroid's kind of lackluster in my opinion, so I don't think many people would have picked him up without this. Like, I literally think I saw people saying, I just want Coco Jumbo. And for a good reason. I mean, come on, this is so cute. He's so miniature. I love him so much. He was worth getting Fugo for. Look at how he's so cute. And up next, we actually got a set of twins, and that is the Miya Twins from Haikyuu. I'm so excited with all of the Haikyuu re-releases that they have been doing, and I'm so glad they re-released them while I'm really into figure collecting. Because it's just, I feel like I finally am going to be able to complete the set and have all of them, especially because we do not get scales. So to me, this is like a great one, and honestly, I think the Haikyuu Nendoroids are really nice, and I feel like they do add a decent amount of personality to them. So I do see myself picking up all of them, and I genuinely love all of them. Like, there's really none that I've been that disappointed in so far. I mean, look at that. Oh my god, it's so cute. I knew I just wanted them like eating together. I don't know why, but it's just absolutely adorable. I think they do a good job putting the personalities into their faceplates, which is a must if you're going to have twin characters. So I really appreciate that they didn't like do the exact same thing when they kind of could have to an extent, even though their personalities are a bit different. They still could have done something like that, so I really appreciate that they didn't. And just how precious are these? I also feel like they are very good quality, and I would say like the Haikyuu Nendoroids and the JoJo ones I actually don't mind as much because they're not as big of a pain to put together. And of course, I did get the pre-order bonus, which are these little straps. I don't really care about these little straps, but I do like them. They are cute, but I don't know what to really do with them, so I just they'll get displayed on my shelf. Up next, sticking with the Haikyuu, we actually have Kenma. I was so excited to finally be able to pair them up. It's so crazy to me that it's already June, because like when I pre-ordered him, it felt like it was going to be forever before I would get to complete the pair. So I'm very happy that he came out when they were predicting as far as I know. I don't think he got back, like pushed back. So, I mean, he's already been, like, they already had molds and stuff, so I don't see why they really would have had to. So, very happy that it didn't happen, because this is so cute. I just pose this little whatever right now because I don't have the cats on here. Just because I don't want them wobbling and falling and getting lost, because that'll make me have a mental breakdown. But look at just how adorable. It's so exciting to finally get to put the pairs together. So I love when the ones finally end up arriving, so I can finally have the set. Just, they never feel complete without their counterparts, so super happy to have them. And of course, this was the pose. This is the pose. And just like the twins, I also got the pre-order bonus as well. It's so cute. And lastly, probably the Nendoroid that I'm the most excited about, and also the ones that caused me the most grief putting together because they had so many pieces, because I was able to get the deluxe versions, which I'm super excited that I was able to pull off because I didn't get to pre-order them. They sold out so quick. So I was like lucky to get them when they released, and they sold out within that day. So here we have on the MD, it's like the MDS, I believe is the abbreviation. I could be wrong. I mess those up all the time, but it is the Grand Master of Demotic Cultivation. I was able to snag their Nendoroids, and I cannot believe I was able to. I am mad because I don't know why or like what it didn't click in my head, but I didn't need to also order the extension set, and I did that. So now I have 2 extension sets that I don't need, so I'm probably gonna sell them because the DX version came with it. I don't know why I didn't just clue that in my head, but I was just rushing to buy things. I'm like, okay, whatever. But these are so cute. I'm gonna be honest, I have not watched this yet. I do also have the light novel, and I think I've pre-ordered, or I'm going to just wait and buy the manga version that they have coming out soon. So I'm very excited because I really did like Heaven Official Blessing, so I know I'm going to love the whole MXDX TX line. These abbreviations throw me off. But here we have the ever so cute, and please do not come for me about the names because I'll try my best to enunciate them, but I'll also put it up here. But we have Lan Wangji Wei Wuxian. I hope I didn't completely butcher that. But I love their aesthetic, probably the most out of the entire MXTX like line of work that they have. I think they look so cute. So that was a huge selling point. It's just, they're so adorable, and I want to collect all of the kind of like, I guess, BL pairings that they come out with. So of course I had to do my best to get this, but I added all of their little tiny accessories in the back of this boat. But they are just absolutely precious, and I feel like you get your money's worth. But it even comes with like different backgrounds, so it just looks so cute. Honestly, it's 100% worth it, and I think they're some of the best Nendoroids also that I have ever gotten. Even with all their little parts, they honestly get put together pretty well. So I would highly recommend getting them, but they are so precious. And starting us off into the scale portion of this video, we have Asuka, and I believe it is Revolve that made this one. I'm trying to remember. But it is probably one of the best Asuka figures ever made. Just like the details that they have paid attention to is just insane. This looks like blood. I don't know, it's crazy. And like, I love the suits, kind of like matte, but like has shiny like parts in like different areas. I think it looks fantastic. My favorite part overall is her face and hair sculpt though. Like, they shaded her hair beautifully. Like, they did a fantastic job, and honestly, I think this is one of the best faces that I have seen of the Asuka figures. So, and I love that the base is smaller and the box really isn't that big. So thank God, because I do not have room for a lot of boxes anymore. But if you can pick this one up, I would highly recommend. I try to be really picky about what Neon Genesis Evangelion figures I get, because there's not enough room for those, and I'm honestly not that big of a fan that I want a ton of the figures anyways. The only other ones I plan on getting is the Radio Ava line, so this is probably going to be like one of the few, and honestly I think it is 100% worth getting if you are even slightly interested in it, because they did a fantastic job. And I love that they added so many details, still made her hair look flowing, but put her on a smaller base that doesn't like take away from the rest of her. So I love this. It's so good. The contrast of the colors, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Next, she's not exactly a scale. She is a 1/6, but she's a resin figure, and she was just too small that I'm like, it's not worth making a whole separate video of. And I don't want to say her name wrong. I've been like practicing how to say it, and I feel like I'm still not saying it right, so I'll throw it up again, up on the screen. But here she is. I love this one. I love that it's like simple but still has so much of her personality shining through, because honestly the very last arc of Hunter x Hunter started to get me reinterested after I was kind of getting bored through the Chimera Ant arc. So she brought it all back for me. She was such an interesting character. I honestly wish we got more of her, and her love with Killua is just the most precious like sibling love I've ever seen. I love how much Killua really respects her and really just wants the absolute best for her when the rest of the family is just kind of shunning her. That could be kind of a spoiler, kind of not. Sorry if it was. It really doesn't give too much away, but I just love her so much. And I knew I needed this figure because you get all the different face plates as well as the adorable animals, like little stuffed animals around the base. You will see that in B-roll. I just didn't want to risk like dropping any of them. But this is one of my favorite resins, and she's just so beautiful, and I love her so much. I think she is officially sold out, so I don't know if you can get her, but I love her so much. She's just so cute. So like the little card that, you know, you always get like something special when you buy them. So it has that, but like she gets a hunter card. That's so cute. A little hunter license. And ending us off strong is of course the bunny of the month. And that is Rias from High School DxD. I'm just kind of covering her up a bit. But guys, she turned out fantastic. Like literally one of the best Rias figures that you can get. She is honestly 100% worth picking up, and I think I actually really do like the High School DxD line without tights. For some reason it makes sense to me, and it just fits like the line of characters to just kind of, I guess, not have as much clothes on. She is one of the few cast-offs that Fring does. So this top is removable, and honestly it's a lot easier to remove than the other one I have, so I really appreciate how kind of easy it is, just pop it off. Not that I'm displaying her like that, but it is interesting. I love that they matched the purple shoes though with her bow tie to kind of add just the right touch of contrast. I just think it makes sense. I don't know why, but I just feel like it makes sense. So I think I love her so much. So if you can pick her up, I would highly recommend doing so. Despite the bare-legged, but she turned out fantastic. I can't wait to like display her with the rest of the bunnies once I get my new shelf, so I'm very excited for that. But she's just a stunning piece. Like, definitely recommend picking her up if you can. She just looks so good. She's just beautiful, and like her ears, I love that they match up with her, like the little like her piece of hair that goes down. So good. Alright guys, that is all I have for you today. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And let me know in the comments what you guys picked up in the month of June. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye!